away. Car number 5 of Kyle Rowland. Rowland now dealing with lap traffic. He's going to pull up on the high side of the 55B. John Christopherson gets by the lap traffic. No harm, no foul. Staying green flag racing as contact down the back straightaway between the 21M of Cletus Murray and the 25 of Tyler Hendricks. Everybody keeps them going. Face the right way. We stay green flag racing. Flat right rear tire on the 21M of Cletus Murray. Murray with a flat tire. See if he can pull that car down into the infield. Hopefully we can stay green flag racing. It's car number 5. Kyle Rowland with the lead. 17C Chris Christopherson right there in second. Go back a little bit to the 25. Tyler Hendricks running third. Blur Munson fourth, and the 03 at Jimmy Smith rounding out your top 5. The 21M right in front of our leader, Cletus Murray, does have a flat right rear. He's going to get the black flag this time by Kyle Rowland. Your leader gets by him as Murray gets the black flag. He's got a flat right rear. He's going to hang it down into the inside. Hopefully he can get that car off the track and out of harm's way. 5 of Rowland. C. Christopherson right there in that number 2 spot. Third place finds the 25, Tyler Hendricks, followed by the 19, Bill the Blur Munson, and the 03 of Jimmy Smith. As down to the infield goes car number 32 of Lester Town. Town hanging it down on the inside. He's going to pull it back out onto the racing surface right in front of the 19 of Bill the Blur Munson. But up front, it's all car number 5 of Kyle Rowland.
As Rowland's got a pretty good lead on the 17C of Chris Christopherson. Behind him in the lap traffic position, the 55B of John Christopherson, but sitting in that third spot, the 25 of Tyler Hendricks, followed by the Blur, Bill the Blur Munson out there in the 19. Then it's going to be the 03 of Jimmy Smith, and in front of him, the 32 of Lester Town. Town is behind Jimmy Smith in the ranks here, but in front of him on the field, as again they're all chasing down Kyle Rowland, just a rolling along in the number 5 car. And again down to the infield was the 21M of Cletus Murray with a flat right rear tire. On the inside tires they can run it, but on the outside tires they cannot run on this track. And it's 5 Kyle Rowland, followed by the 17C of Chris Christopherson, the 25 of Tyler Hendricks, but he's got company with the 19 of Bill the Blur Munson. As Munson tries to pull down to the inside, lap traffic could come into play for that second place position, third place position. As they make their way around the track, 5 Kyle Rowland in the lead. As off the pace, a little high, the 32 of Lester Town out there around turn number 4, 3 wide down the back straightaway, 2 of them in the ranks, and Bill Munson holds on, coming around turn number 4, loses a little bit of ground though on the high berm of the track there. Again, everyone chasing down the 5 of Kyle Rowland.
Not losing any ground up front as our second place contender down across the track right in front of third and fourth. He brings it back out. We stay green flag racing. Your leader now about a half a lap ahead of the rest of the field. It's Kyle Rowland in car number 5, followed by now your second place contender, the 25, Tyler Hendricks, the 19, Bill the Blur Munson. And then comes the 17C of Chris Christopherson and the 03 of Jimmy Smith as the white flag comes out. One more time around for your race leader, car number 5 of Kyle Rowland. Take us home, Grant.
As Rowland's down the back straightaway, heading into turn number 3. No one's going to catch him around this track. He's around 3 into 4, round 4, and taking the checkered flag, the 5 of Kyle Rowland. Second could be close as they make their way around.
This is fine.
This way.
Just grab mine.
Kyle Rowland taking the checkered flag. Second going to the 25, I believe, of Tyler Hendricks. Third, the 19 of Bill the Blur Munson, followed by the 17C of Chris Christopherson. The 03 of Jimmy Smith.
Got to talk about the race on the opening lap coming out of turn 1 and 2. Put the difference past 3 cars in one corner, and then you set sail for the rest of the feature. About that race, it had to be fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun out there. Thanks for the fans, and here tonight, glad they showed up like this, because a little motor eat and just smooth on throttle and just cruise right around.
You were definitely letting it eat out there today. Tell me about some of the sponsors to make this possible. I know Organic Warehouse on the side. What else you got for me?
Yeah, Organic Warehouse. I got Olympic Car Wash. I got Mac True Value down in Mission, Kansas. And that's about it.
All right, 2 weeks in a row, your feature winner in the hobby stocks. It's car number 5, just a rolling along. Kyle Rowland. Back up to you, Grant.
Out there, the 25 of Lane Grenier, your kids mod feature driver here tonight, as he'll be coming around for his final lap next time around here. It looks like with flagman Sean Wilson, white flag in hand, it's hole held high and it waves. Final lap for the kids mods. Thanks to John Brown Construction for their sponsorship of this class right here. And the 25 of Lane Grenier going to be coming around turn number 4 to take his checkered flag as your kids mod feature winner.
Construction Kids Mods class. Helmet getting ready to come off. Steering wheel already off. Window net drop down. I made the mistake earlier, said it was his second year. In fact, it's only his first year behind the wheel. Give him a big round of applause as he gets ready to come out of his car. Car number 25 of Lane Grenier. How's it going? Good seeing you. You do. A great drive out there. Had a little bit of troubles in turns number 1 and 2 in the heat race earlier, but you figured it all out. Came up here getting a valuable seat time. Tell me about your drive out there. Maybe some of your sponsors make this possible for you.
A little rough, but slick on some turns. But we got Kearns Auto and Trailer Sales, Buman Farms, Abby Nelson Photography, True Coil, Cameron Engines, and my grandpa and my dad.
I think you've been working on that a little bit, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. All right, give him another big round of applause. Your feature winner, it's car number 25 of Lane Grenier. Zolkowski.
Outside row number 1 is the 53 of Larry Running Waters.
Inside 2, car number 9 of Tom Smith.
Outside row number 2, number 25 of Tyler Hendricks.
Inside 3 is the 11X of Jerry Schmidt.
Outside 3, it's 33 of Mark Ronnebaum.
Inside 4, the 0, Tony Hardesty.
Outside row number 4, number 25 in of Darren Nelson.
Inside 5, 22A, Alfie Christopherson.
Outside row number 5, it's the 83A of Aaron Boo Sutter.
Fans, pick out your favorite car, favorite number, favorite driver, give them a big hoop, holler, wait. Make some noise for your stock cars. Inside row number 6, it's the 31Z of Nixon.
Shotgun on the field out there, it's the 03 of Lance Dixon.
Lights out, field set. Flagman Sean, you know he's ready in the flag stand. It's time to go green flag racing. Coming off turn number 4, Zolkowski and Waters, your front row. Green in the air, it's go time. Off of turn number 4, it's a great start by the 5Z, the Z-Man, Chuck Zolkowski down to the inside. He's going to take it on the berm as up into the berm goes the 31Z of Nixon. We stay green flag racing. It's Zolkowski with the lead. Smith right there, but here comes Waters. Larry Running Waters storming back up on the high side, but the man on the move. Keep an eye on that car number 0 of Tony Hardesty as he makes his way to the front. He started 8th. He's all the way up to 4th on the high side, following that 53 of Larry Running Waters. Down to his inside, though, it's the 11X of Jerry Schmidt. Schmidt, fresh off a heat race win. He's going to get passed by the high side move of the 0 of Tony Hardesty. But around goes car number 03 of Lance Dixon. He keeps his foot in it. We stay green flag racing with a battle still for the lead between the 5Z, Chuck Zolkowski, the 53, Larry Running Waters, the 9 of Tom Smith, and now the 0, Tony Hardesty. Throw the 11X of Jerry Schmidt in the mix as well, as Hardesty still the man on the move up on that high side. He's going to try to split the difference. 4 wide racing off of turn number 2. It's Larry Running Waters and the 5Z, the Z-Man, Chuck Zolkowski at the line. New leader of the 53 of Larry Running Waters. Zolkowski still there. Here comes Hardesty, splitting the difference right down and through the middle of turn number 2 as 11X of Jerry Schmidt a little bit off the pace, going down the back straightaway. New leader at the line. It's the 0, Tony Hardesty at the point, trying to pull away with it. As around goes car number 9 of Tom Smith in turns number 1 and 2. He keeps his foot in it. We stay green flag racing with your leader at the line. It's the 0 of Tony Hardesty.
That's Hardesty's going to be leaning right on his tail of 53 of Larry Running Waters. Then he got the 5Z of Chuck Zolkowski, followed by Tyler Hendricks. And the 33 of Mark Ronnebaum to round out your top 5. They're coming around turn number 4. Anyway, Tony Hardesty's going to be in the lead. And sideways around turn number 2, lap traffic, the 03 of Lance Dixon. Dixon going to be playing a little bit of a role in this race here as he's down on the low line. He's going to hold his low line Lance Dixon in the 03 lap traffic. He goes around in turns number 1 and 2. That's going to bring out the first caution of the race. Just couldn't quite hang on to it as he was lap traffic there. So
Tony Hardesty out front all by himself. Green means go. It's go time off turn number 4. A great start by the 0 of Hardesty. Here comes the 53, Larry Running Waters in hot pursuit. 5Z, Chuck Zolkowski on the inside. Ronnebaum with a great run down the high side. Ronnebaum up to that number 3 spot, and he's got company. 22A, Alvy Christofferson making us 3 wide racing down the front straightaway and into turns number 1 and 2. Zolkowski low. Christofferson right there in that high groove in 4th, right behind him. You got the 33, Mark Ronnebaum, and the 11X, Jerry Schmidt, knocking on the outside, wanting in. But up front, it's all car number 0, Tony Hardesty with the 53, Larry Waters, and now the 22A of Alvy Christofferson, 5Z, Chuck Zolkowski, and the 11X of Jerry Schmidt, rounding out your top 5.
As it's Tony Hardesty out there in the lead. In second, it's going to be the 53 of Larry Running Waters. Battle for 3rd going on. 22A Alvy Christofferson pulling ahead of the 5Z, Chuck Zolkowski. Zolkowski falling back to 4th, and here comes Jerry Schmidt. And it's going to be 22A Alvy Christofferson at the line for that 3rd place position. Chuck Zolkowski falling back to 4th. The 11 of Jerry Schmidt coming into that top 5th position as we got a battle going on for 6th. Ronnebaum has it. Smith wants it. Smith on the inside. Ronnebaum on the high side at the line. It goes to the 9, I believe, of Tom Smith out there to take over that 6th place position, pushing Ronnebaum back to 7 as they chase down the 0 of Tony Hardesty. In second, going to be at around, sorry, not around, but debris on the track. In turns number 1 and 2, going to bring out another caution.
With the debris right there in the line. It's a great start by Hardesty, but here comes Christofferson down to the inside. Alvy takes over that number 2 spot. Larry Running Waters with a great run down the back straightaway. Here comes Zolkowski. Chuck Z throwing it in on the low line. He's going to take over that number 3 spot, pinning Waters up to the wall. Hardesty, Christofferson, Zolkowski, Waters, and Smith now rounding out your top 5. Larry Running Waters going to change up his line a little bit. He's going to go to the inside now of the 5Z. Chuck Zolkowski as we're 4 wide off of 4. Throw the 11X, Jerry Schmidt in the mix as around goes car number 25 of Tyler Hendricks. He takes it down into the infield. We stay green flag racing with the 0. Tony Hardesty, your leader. 22A, Alvy Christofferson right there. He's done run him down and caught him. Just needs to find a way around. As around goes car number 11X of Jerry Schmidt. That's going to also involve the 31Z, Nick Zinn, and the 03 of Lance Dixon as yellow flag comes back out onto the racing surface. Behind him, lights out, field set, going green off of 4. A great start by your top 2, Christofferson and Hardesty, both trying to check out. Here comes Zolkowski and the 53 of Larry Running Waters. 9 of Tom Smith right there as the 83A Aaron Boosauter throwing it up on the high side, hoping it sticks. Nick Zinn, the man on the move in car number 31Z. He's trying to crack into the top 5 as up high goes car number 5Z, Chuck Zolkowski, and down to the infield goes the 03 of Lance Dixon. Zolkowski going to try to bring it down into the infield so we can stay green flag racing, or he's just going to let it sit right there. So, yellow flag coming out for car number 5Z, Chuck Zolkowski. Turns number 3 and 4, looking for green flag off 4. Sean Wilson throwing it early, not to sleep on him though. The 0, Hardesty was caught. 22A, Alvy Christofferson going down to the inside, side by side racing, coming out of turn number 1 and 2. A little bit of slip off for the 25N of Darren Nelson, but we stay green. It's Hardesty on the high side, Christofferson on the inside. Larry Running Waters up, back up to that number 3 spot as contact coming out of turn number 4. Everybody stays green flag racing until Lance Dixon takes out the 5Z of Chuck Zolkowski. Zolkowski throws it through the spin cycle, keeps us green flag racing. 0 of Hardesty, 22A of Christofferson. Here comes the 53 of Waters of the 31Z. Nick Zinn. Zinn cracking into the top 5 as he gets by the 9 of Tom Smith. As Zinn takes it down to the inside of the 53 of Larry Running Waters into 4th, looking for more as up front. It's all Hardesty is up into the wall, goes the 5Z of Chuck Zolkowski. He gathers it up. We stay green flag racing with the 0 of Tony Hardesty leading the way. 22A, Alvy Christopherson right there in second. Third place finds the 31Z of Nick Zinn. Then the 53, Larry Running Waters, and around goes car number 9 of Tom Smith. He keeps his foot in it, but the yellow flag comes back out onto the racing surface. A tough break for the 9 of Tom Smith, as a lot of smoke coming out of the 53 of Larry Running Waters. A lot of smoke out of the 53, as that's what I thought. He's going to take it down into the infield. He was up in leading the race at one point, but up in a great big poof of smoke. Tough break for the 53 of Larry Running Waters. White checkered flag finish to determine the winner, taking them through 3 and 4, looking for the green. It's a great start by the 0 of Tony Hardesty, and the 22A, Alvy Christopherson not to be outdone. 31Z, Nick Zinn down to the inside, a little bit of a push as he bobbles coming out of 2. It's 0 of Hardesty, 22A of Christopherson. Christopherson going to drive it down to the inside. White flag comes out one more time around. Is it going to be the 0 of Tony Hardesty or the 22A, Alvy Christopherson? Take us home, Grant.
As it's going to be Hardesty coming around, turn number 4 in the lead, taking it down low. It's going to be Christopherson. It goes to Tony Hardesty. Christopherson, followed by Zinn, and then I believe the 83A of Boo Sauter, and I will have to get the top 5th position. It's between the 11 and the 25. That is Jerry Schmidt and Darren Nelson out there. But you're
already climbing out of the car. Let's give him a big round of applause. Your feature winner, car number 0, Tony Hardesty. Tony, you definitely had your hands full in that. You started 4th row inside, and by about lap number 3, you were contending for the lead. You had a bunch of top competitors out there. When it came down to the finish line, half a car length is all you had, the 22A, Alvy Christopherson by. But you are our feature winner here tonight. A little bit of revenge for last week, I take it. Talk me through that feature. Tell me about some of the sponsors make this possible for you.
I tell you what, my wife and kids here, you know, without them, I couldn't be here. The oldest boy here, that's my crew chief, you know, and at 7 years old, he knows what to do and asks, and I can't be more thankful for that. You know, I got a new guy with me here tonight. You know, he's been following me around, and without him, you know, it takes a lot of work. And you know, as far as sponsors, we're pretty low key, and you know, I got my wife, Relax and Rejuvenate Climb Machine. Just you know, we just come around and kind of cruise around and hit some specials. We're not a serious points racer anymore, so.
All right, let's give him another big round of applause. One of the greats, the 0, Tony Hardesty. One of Eddie Swope Jr.
outside row number 1, number 23C of Billy Carreno.
Side 2, 21J, Jeremy Bennett.
Outside row number 2, it's the 34S of Sturgis Streeter.
Side 3, the 15, Corey, the Intimidator Myers.
Outside row number 3, number 69 of Ryan Phillips.
Inside 4, 1R, Cade Richards.
Outside row number 4, it's the 07 of Daniel Harris.
Inside 5, 38, Bryce Frakes.
Outside row number 5, number 17 of Tim Galvin.
Inside 6, 68R of Alan Halderman.
Outside row number 6, the J15 of Josh Adkins.
Inside 7, 81J, Jeff Jackson.
Outside row number 7, number 7S of Chris Roddy DeJong.
Inside 8, the 00, the old eyeballs, Jason Inslee.
Outside row number 8, number 4R of Dustin Rollins.
Inside 9, the 2, Chuck Warman.
Outside row number 9, the 21X of Jared Beach.
Race fans, pick out your favorite car, favorite number, favorite driver, give him a big hoot, holler. Boys, for your B modifieds. Inside row number 10, it's the 53 DB, old double barrel, Danny Bennett.
Shotgun on the field, it's the 81X with both tires aired up this time. Austin Charles.
Electing to tag that car to the rear of the field. Car number 2 of Chuck Warman. Field set, lights out, green flag getting ready to drop. It's go time. Green flag racing, B modifieds out of turn number 4. A great start by the 91 of Eddie Swope Jr. Swope Jr. with the lead, and here comes the 21J Jeremy Bennett with the 23C of Billy Carreno. A great move off turn number 2. He's going to look down to the inside of the 91 of Eddie Swope Jr. Leading lap number 1, 23C Billy Carreno. Carreno on the inside, too hot and heavy as he goes around around right in front of the rest of the field. They're stacking up back behind them as the yellow flag comes out onto the racing surface. That was your leader, the 23C Billy Carreno, throwing it down on the inside, hoping it would stick. Tough break for the modified feature event. 91 Eddie Swope Jr. taking them quick around the turns in 3 and 4. Now on the gas heavy out of 4. It's a great start by the 91 of Eddie Swope Jr. Here comes the 34S of Sturgis Streeter right there in that number 2 spot, but they've got company. 69 Ryan Phillips, 15 Corey the Intimidator Myers, and the 21J Jeremy Bennett all in the top 5 as the 07 Daniel Harris hangs it down on the inside, making it stick. Harris, a little bit of problems through turns number 1 and 2. He's going to take a little agricultural engineering, bring it back out onto the racing surface. 4 wide racing off turn number 2. It's 91 of Swope, 34S of Streeter, 69 of Phillips, 21J of Bennett, as battle's shaping up for the lead. The 15 Corey the Intimidator Myers right there, as well as the 7S Chris Rowdy DeShong right behind him. You have the 20, the 07 of Daniel Harris, the 17 of Tim Galvin. Now throw his name in the mix, the 81 Austin Charles coming to the front in a hurry. He's making that high sideline work as he continues to pick off cars on his march to the front. But up front, it's a battle for the lead between the 91 of Eddie Swope Jr. and the 34S of Sturgis Streeter. Might as well throw that 69 Ryan Phillips in the mix as well. Your leader at the line this time, 34S Sturgis Streeter, your leader. 1R, Cade Richards pulling that car down into the infield. Tough break for the 1R of Cade Richards as we stay green flag racing. Stay in green, 3 wide for the lead off of 4. Streeter still has it at the line. Swope in second, and the 69 Ryan Phillips rounding out your top 3 as right in front of him, lap traffic coming into play. It's the 2 of Chuck Warman through turns number 3 and 4. A car right in front of him as it's Streeter, Swope, and Phillips at the line. DeShong now cracking into the top 5 as around goes the 81J of Jeff Jackson right in front of their leaders. Everybody getting woed up as the yellow flag conditions come back out onto the racing surface. A lot of action in a short amount of time.
How about that 34S of Sturgis Streeter? You know, we were just talking Young Guns earlier. 34S Sturgis Streeter coming into this race here, starting second row outside now.
The lead, lights out, field set. Let's go back. Green flag racing, 7 laps in the book, 30-lap shootout. Green flag waving down the front straightaway. It's Streeter, Swope, and Phillips, your top 3. Throw the 7S Chris Rowdy DeShong in the mix as the 07 Daniel Harris takes it extremely wide out of turns number 1 and 2. As around goes the 00 Jason Inslee, 53 DB, gives him a little push start down the back straightaway. Staying green flag racing. Streeter, Swope, DeShong, and the 69 Ryan Phillips as the yellow flag condition comes back out onto the racing surface. The field is set. It's time to go back green flag racing. B modified feature event. 34S Sturgis Streeter leading the way out of turn number 4. Streeter with a great start, side-by-side racing back behind him. Phillips on the high side, a little bit of a tire rub or more on the 69 of Ryan Phillips. A lot of smoke coming out of the back end of Ryan Phillips as he's up on that high side, on the high side of the 91 of Eddie Swope Jr. 15, Corey Myers down to the inside. 7S, Chris Rowdy DeShong as around goes the 53 DB of Danny Bennett. Yellow flag conditions coming out onto the racing surface. A lot of smoke coming out of the back of that car number 69 of Ryan Phillips. As car number 00, Jason Inslee, it looks like he's pulling it down into the infield. Harris rounding out your top 5 as we're green flag racing coming out of turn number 4. Great start by Streeter. Swope right there in hot pursuit. He's going to dip down to the inside. Myers going to let it drift up to the high side. Harris with a great run going down the back straightaway. Up into the back wall goes the 21X of Jared Beach. He keeps it straight. We stay green flag racing. A lot of cars off the pace coming out of turn number 2 and turn number 4. Around goes 53 DB as he's right in front of the leaders. He brings it back out. We stay green flag racing. It's Streeter, Swope, DeShong, and Myers with now the 81 of Austin Charles rounding out your top 5. Lap traffic on the high side. Streeter right there. Myers using an extremely high line to get around the track. He's up to second. 2 cars in 1 corner. New second place contender. It's the 15 of Corey the Intimidator. Myers riding that high side ring. He's on the high side, DeShong on the low side, Streeter right in the middle. Myers with a great run going down the back straightaway, takes over the lead down the back straightaway into turns number 3 and 4. It's Myers at the line, Streeter up to second, DeShong third, Schwolf fourth, and the 81, Austin Charles, rounding out your top 5. Here comes DeShong. Chris DeShong down to the inside of the 34S of Sturgis Streeter. Myers at the point. DeShong second. Streeter third, as we got a bunch of them around in turns number 1 and 2. That's going to bring out a caution. It's the 00, Jason Inslee, the 23C, Billy Carreno, and the 17 of Tim Galvin. Number 4, it's a great start by the top 3. It's Myers, Streeter, and DeShong. DeShong down to the inside. Myers up on the high side. High side going to have the line going down the back straightaway. Myers up to the lead. DeShong right there in that number 2 spot as the white flag comes out one more time around. Danny Bennett loops it out of turn number 2. He's going to bring it down to the inside. It's side-by-side racing going down the back straightaway. It's Myers. It's DeShong. Myers on the high side. Chris Rowdy DeShong on the inside at the line. It's going to be the 7S of Chris Rowdy DeShong. Second place goes to car number 15, Corey the Intimidator Myers. Then I believe it was the 34S Sturgis Streeter, 91 of Eddie Schwolf with the 81X of Austin Charles in the mix. 07, Daniel Harris up against the wall down here right in front of the flag stand. Race was less than a car length. This one, less than half a car length at the line. Your feature winner getting ready to climb out of the car. The 7S, the rowdy one, Chris DeShong. Congratulations, buddy. What a run. You laid in wait the whole time. You had your work cut out for you. You had to come through traffic a little bit. But poise and patience definitely paid off. A last lap move out of turn number 4. Did you know you had it?
I knew if they leave the bottom open, I had a shot for sure.
You cannot leave the bottom open with the rowdy one here at ACR. Tell me about that feature, some of the sponsors that make this possible for you. I know you got to be happy.
Yeah, I don't know about the race, but I got to thank Phil for letting me drive this car. I was done for the year, and he said, you want to drive it? So I drove it. I got to thank Gerald. He's been helping me get it ready every week. Bill helped me tune it this week so it ran better than last week. So that's about it.
All right. Congratulations again. A great run for the rowdy one. Car number 7S of Chris Rowdy DeShong. Of Brandon Box.
And driving around the little pickup truck, the 54 of Ryan Caldwell.
Second row inside. Heat race winner, the 121 of Eric Schmidt.
Outside row number 2, it's the 46J of James Wagner.
Inside 3, the old 8-ball ice cream man himself, Rocky Rhodes.
I like some ice cream. And outside row number 3, it's the 17, Mr. Grease Lightning, James Lemke.
Got your favorite car, favorite number, favorite driver. Give me a hoop, holler. Boys, your sport compacts, 4th row inside. Car number 5, DJ of DJ Barnes.
And shotgun on the field, it's the 14A of Antonio Stetling.
As we're going to get one more time around, race fans might as well pick out your favorite car, favorite number, favorite driver one more time. Give them a big hoop, holler, win. Your sport compacts right here, Atchison County Raceway. And like I was saying earlier, race fans, be sure to keep an eye on Facebook throughout the week, maybe our website, as we will be posting our start time and everything else racing involves right there on our Facebook side, Atchison County Raceway. Lights still on as we're taking them one more time around. As I think we still have a little bit of liquid on the back stretch. Where in the last race, the 4R got up into the high side, caught the wall up there by the Alps grocery store on the back straightaway. That'd be the Alps grocery store sign, not the actual store.
That's not the store. Be nice if it was. We'd go over there and get some food. Hey, speaking of food,
Don't forget to hit up that concession stand.
Half price hot dogs and hamburgers.
Hang on, I'll compact feature event coming at you out of turn number 4. 4B, Brandon Box. 54, Ryan Caldwell. Your front row going green out of 4. It's a great start by the 4B. Brandon Box out front. Box already with about a 2-3 car length lead over the 121 of Eric Schmidt. Schmidt right there in hot pursuit. Here comes the 08 ball. Rocky Road trying to throw his name in the mix as well as the 54 Ryan Caldwell. But it's the 4B Brandon Box. 121, Eric Schmidt. 54, Ryan Caldwell. The 8 ball, a little bit of contact out of 2. 8 ball, Rocky Roads up to that number 3 spot, as well as the 46J of James Wagner. A little bit loose coming out of turn number 2 for the 14A, Antonio Stetling, as he gathers it up. We stay green flag racing with your leader, car number 4B of Brandon Box.
As Box is going to be leading, coming around turn number 4, then it's going to be the 121 of Eric Schmidt, followed by the 8 ball Rocky Road out there. As around in turn number 2, the 14A of Antonio Stetling goes around. He's turning the wrong way and a one-way.
Looking for green out of 4. We're back racing Sport Compacts. Another great start by the 4B of Brandon Box. Box at the point. Here comes the 8 ball Rocky Roads. How about the 17 of Old Grease Lightning James Lemke? Up on the high side of him, though, you have the 121 Eric Schmidt. But it's all still the 4B, Brandon Box at the line. Then the 8 ball, 17, 121, and the 5. The DJ Barnes cracking into the top 5 with a good run right in front of the 54 of Ryan Caldwell. Everybody's still chasing, though. That 4B, Brandon Box.
As Box is going to be leading the laps here, coming around. It's a battle for second between Rocky Road and the 17 of James Grease Lightning Lemke is the 121 of Eric Schmidt. Sits in that 4th spot, and here comes the 5 of DJ Barnes sitting in the 5 spot right behind him. It's going to be Ryan Caldwell coming in the back of the pack right in front of the 14A Antonio Stetling, as they're all chasing down that 4B of Brandon Box out there, and Stetling up into the wall out of turn number 2. He's going to take it down to the low side of the track and keep our green flag racing going on, as he's going to get the high-low flag from Sean the Flagman to keep his line out there as Brandon Box is approaching him as the lap traffic. Second going to be that 8 ball old Rocky Roads out there. Right behind him is going to be the 17 of James Grease Lightning Lemke, trying to close the gap and attain that second place position behind the 4B of Brandon Box. Then you got the 5 of DJ Barnes, the 121 of Schmidt, but he's got company on the inside of him. It's the 54 of Brian Caldwell, as they're all chasing down the 4B of Brandon Box.
It's all Box at the moment. Right behind him, battling tooth and nail for that 2nd and 3rd spot, you have the 8 ball Rocky Roads and the 17 of Grease Lightning James Lemke. How about your 4th place contender out there, the 5 DJ Barnes, holding it steady right there in that 4 spot, but he's got company. The 121 Eric Schmidt trying to run him down. How about the 54 Ryan Caldwell or the 14A Antonio Stetling? It's all Box, followed by Rhodes. And the 17 of Grease Lightning, James Lemke. Lemke trying to reel him in, but Box trying to stretch his lead out. Still in that number 4 spot. It's the 5 DJ of DJ Barnes. He's fighting off the 121 of Eric Schmidt. Schmidt rounding out your top 5 in the 54. Ryan Caldwell back behind him as 8 ball, car number 8, Rocky Roads, gets into the wall down the front straightaway, throws it sideways in turns number 1 and 2, gathers it up. We're staying green flag racing. DJ Barnes with a little bit of push through turns number 1 and 2, opening up the door for the 121 of Eric Schmidt. Schmidt going to try down to the inside, but DJ holding his ground right there in that number 4 spot as the white flag getting ready to come out one more time around. Take us home, Grant.
As Brandon Box is going to be leading in the final lap. He's coming around turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. 17, James Grease Lightning Lemke sitting second behind in front of Rocky Roads. But coming around turn number 4, taking the checkered flag, 4B of Brandon Box. Second going to the 17 of James Grease Lightning Lemke. Third going to this 8 ball old ice cream man himself, Rocky Roads. That is going to be the 5 of DJ Barnes, the 121 of Schmidt, the 54 of Ryan Caldwell. And rounding out the field, the 14A of Antonio Stetling. But your winner, the 4B of Brandon Box.
Brandon, that was a great run out there Fresh off a heat race win, a very happy victory laying down here. Tell me about that feature out there. You kind of stepped out with the lead early, never really looked back, coasted to the win. Tell me about some sponsors that make this possible for you, and walk me through that feature.
First off, it's been a first feature win here at this track. I've been coming out here trying to get a win, finally got a win. But first off, I want to thank all of my sponsors. A lot of my sponsors have helped me out this whole year. Thank my wife, my family, everybody. But I want to get this win here, get off my back. It's the only track so far I ain't won at.
Well, you definitely won now. Congratulations on that. Anybody else you'd like to thank?
That'd be it.
All right. Congratulations again. Give them a big round of applause. Your feature winner, Sport Compacts. It's the 4B of Brandon Box. Race fans, I'd like to personally thank each and every one of you for coming out here today. Some great afternoon racing right here at Atchison County Raceway. And don't forget to be checking on our Facebook throughout the week, as we'll be making posts about our start time, when we're racing, things like that during the week. So I hope to see you all next Saturday for some more afternoon racing right here at Atchison County Raceway. And please be safe on your way home tonight. Goodbye.